Good morning, first grade. Today we're going to be talking about making observations on a bar graph. So, making observations is just simply noticing the details about something. So, when you're going places on vacation or just going outside, you're just noticing the little details around you. Okay, so we're going to be doing that with bar graphs. So, looking at my first example, I have this bar graph. And it says Tim went on a picnic and brought some plates, spoons, and bowls. He made a bar graph of the supplies that he brought. So he brought plates, spoons, and bowls. Now, the first thing I noticed, the first thing that I can observe about this bar graph is that he brought way more bowls than he did anything else. So, the first observation I made is that he brought more bowls than any other items. Okay, another observation that I can make is that he brought more spoons than plates. He brought more spoons than plates, but he brought less plates than anything else. Okay, so he brought less plates than he did spoons. He brought less plates than he did bowls. Okay, and the question down here actually just asks how many bowls did he bring? Well, he brought 9. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in. But today's focus is just making observations. So let's make some more observations about this bar graph. It says, Janet looked around in the attic and found some violins, microphones, stools, and telephones. She made a bar graph of the items that she found. So let's make a few observations here. The first thing I noticed is that she found way more stools than anything else. So she found more stools than any other items, and she found less telephones than anything else. But there's several other observations that I can make here. She found more microphones than phones. She found less microphones than violins. She found less microphones than violins. Okay, so there's many observations that I can make here. And then my question down here just asks how many telephones did she find? Well, she only found 1. Okay, all right. Last example here. It says Jen visited a restaurant kitchen and saw some salt shakers, mustard bottles, and pans. She made a bar graph of the kitchen supplies that she found. So she found salt, she found mustard, and she found pans. And it looks like she found what? What did she find the most of? That's right, she found the most of the pans. So that's the first observation that I made, is that she found more pans than anything else. What about the salt shakers? What can I observe about the salt shakers? She found more salt shakers than, let's say, mustard, but she found less salt shakers than pans. What about that mustard? What can I observe about that? Well, she found way less mustard than anything else, right? Okay, so those are the kind of observations that I am looking for. So let's go ahead and let's start page guided practice 118. And the first things first is we need to measure a 3-inch line segment. Don't forget you have your math folders that have that on there for you to use. Okay, I'm going to line it up, put the 0 on the dot, and I'm going to measure all the way to number 3 because that's 3 inches. Okay, so there is my 3-inch line segment. I drew all the way to the 3. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my name on it. Mrs. Whaley. And today is April 24th, 2020. 1 week from today, so exactly 1 week from today, it will be May 1st. So we don't have very many days left of April, okay? It's our last week of April because in 1 week from today, so next Friday, it'll be May 1st. How neat. So today is the last school day, not the last day of the week, but the last school day, so that is Friday. Okay? And since today's the 24th, I need 24 tally marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and I'm going to double check. I'm going to count those. So remember, these are groups of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm good. All right, number 1. It says write the number 107 on the place value chart. So here's my place value chart. I'm going to write 100, 0 tens, and 7 ones. 107. Okay, then it asks me to circle the digit that tells the number of hundreds. So find your hundreds place. This is your ones, tens, and hundreds. I'm going to circle my hundreds place. And how many hundreds do I have? Just 1. That's right. Okay. Number 2. Harvey cut out a half dozen paper hearts. Then he cut out 2 more paper hearts. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show the hearts. So he had a half dozen. So first of all, a half dozen is how many? A whole dozen is 12. So half of that is, that's right, 6. So he cut out 6 hearts to start with. So I'm going to get those drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's his half dozen. And then he cut out 2 more paper hearts. So I got to put 2 more. So 1, 2. And I drew the line there, remember, just to separate how many he started with, which was 6. And then he got 2 more. So then I have to write my number sentence. He started with 6. Okay, is this a some more or someone away? Keyword here, 2 more. So it's a some more. So I'm going to add 2. All right, and 6 plus 2 is what? I have 6 here, 7, 8. So he cut out 8 paper hearts all together. He's been a busy boy. All right, number 3. Circle the coins Judy can use to pay for the marker. The marker is 21 cents. So I've got to make 21 cents. So looking at the number 21, I noticed that it has 2 tens. So I'm going to use the coins that make our tens, and I'm going to have 2 of those. Which coin represents a 10? Just write a dime. So I need 2 of those. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to look at my ones place. I have 1 of those. So which coin represents 1? That's right, a penny. I'm going to shade 1 of those. I don't really need that nickel or the other. I've got a little too much extra there. So let's count just to make sure. So 10, 20, 21. So I'm good. All right, number 4. We're kind of cruising along kind of fast. All right, number 4, it says, write an observation about your classroom graph about food. So had we been in class, we would have made a bar graph. We would have taken a vote and made a bar graph together about our favorite foods. We didn't, unfortunately, we're not there, so we didn't make one. But I picked one and I found one online that we can use, that we can make an observation about. Now, if you want to share what your favorite food is with me, go ahead. I always love hearing and learning new things about each and every one of you. All right, so here's my graph. Okay, and these are the favorite foods that these people chose. So we have what's called chips, which is, you're like, that's French fries. Well, in different countries, they actually call fries chips. So then some other countries, they call them chips. So it's kind of a neat fact, though. And we got pizza, ice cream, and we have hamburgers. Okay, so these were the favorite foods. The first thing I noticed is that there's the same amount of, and I'm going to call them fries. I know they're called chips here because some other countries call them chips, but we're going to call them fries because that's what we call them here in the South America. All right. In the south of North America, rather. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. So we have the same amount of fries as we do ice cream. So we have 10 fries, 10 ice cream. So the same amount there. And then we have, let's see, we have the same amount of pizza as we do hamburgers. What I noticed is that there's less pizza than ice cream, right? And there's less hamburgers than ice cream. And there's less hamburgers than fries. So which observation do I want to go with? I'm going to go with that the same amount of people voted for pizza as they did hamburgers. Okay, so I'm going to write that. So the same number of classmates picked pizza. So the same number of classmates, forgot my S there, picked pizza and hamburgers. Okay, and now there were several other things that we could have went with instead, but that's the one we went with. So the same number of classmates picked pizza and hamburgers. Okay, also the same number picked ice cream as they did fries, or what they called on here was chips. Because remember, in some other countries, they call them chips. So weird how different countries call things so different than us, but I think it's fascinating to learn that. But here in the South of North America, we call them fries. All right, number 5. So we're going to use our comparing symbols to help us here. So first things first is we have to solve these. We have to find the sum here. So 5 plus 7 is 12. And then 6 plus 8 is, 14. So is 12 greater than 14? Is 12 less than 14? Or is 12 equal to 14? That's right, it's less than. So the mouth eats the 14 because it's bigger, and then the lesser part has to point towards the 12. So 12 is less than 14. All right, my last one. 4 plus 7. 4 plus 7 is 11. And then 3 plus 8 is, it's also 11. So is 11 greater than 11? Is 11 less than 11? Or is 11 equal to 11? That's right, they're the same, so they would be equal. All right. You guys go ahead and get that done for today, and then you guys have a blessed weekend. Love you guys. Bye.